Greetings on this Saturday, June the 6th, which is the Saturday of the 9th week of Ordinary Time in our church. Someone asked a question, when does the Easter season end? It ends with Pentecost Sunday. So we've just come into the Ordinary Time again, picking up on where it left off between Christmas and Lenten season. So we're in the 9th week. You might want to just skip this piece altogether and go meet our new pastor, Father Jeremy Thomas. There is a video elsewhere on our website and social media. Take a look, meet the new pastor. It's going to be a wonderful experience, I believe, and he's excited about coming here. You have certainly, we're all very much aware of how things are beginning to change, opening up. I know I myself am getting bids from barber shops on how much they'll charge me to cut my hair. Seriously, you might have heard something about the churches opening up 15 to 20% here in Chicago, 15 to 20% of the church's capacity. And that would be beginning this weekend. Seems like some places have opened up as though they had never closed. No masks, no distancing. Not sure about the wisdom of that. I'm sure hoping that they're at least washing their hands. But beginning for ourselves this weekend, it was a little bit of a surprise to us, and I don't believe that we have the ability to safely do 15 to 20% for Mass yet. So this weekend we will begin by doing baptisms and availability of funeral services as well. And then during next week we'll certainly be working on the details about opening up for the Eucharist. This will take us a week or two. And we sure appreciate your patience and your participation in all of this. Today would have been the 76th anniversary of DDay, the invasion of the Allied troops in Normandy, France, during World War II. Among the victims of the deaths that happened on D-Day itself was Father Ignatius Maternowski. He was a conventional Franciscan who was killed by a sniper while trying to find a doctor for a wounded soldier. The only known priest who was in the D-Day invasion. Today is also would have been the confirmation day for all of you young folks of Church of the Holy Spirit. It's interesting to note that Bishop Ken Untner writes about how the Holy Spirit is very much like the Samaritan villagers in the New Testament and the story of the woman at the well who said after she spoke to them, "Our faith no longer depends on your story. We have heard for ourselves. We've come to know and to believe." It's not that their belief is imperfect or that they have all the answers, but they've crossed the line so that their faith becomes their own. They receive the strength and the courage through the Holy Spirit to take the risk of counting on their own faith, and it is indeed a lifelong process. John Shea writes about the faith that we inherit as children and that we self-appropriate as adults. Interestingly enough, the scriptures today write about the scribes who look for a lot of attention and use people for their own benefit, as opposed to the widow who gave all that she had, her whole livelihood, in the temple treasury at the time of the collection. I believe it's what we're called to ourselves, to give to the Lord with profound generosity and trying to return the unconditional love that the Lord has given to all of us, that we would try our best to do the same for one another.